can still harm you in the fall and the winter. Now that was today's TED Talk. Hi besties, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Deja Nicole. So in today's video, I will be doing a sit-down video, which this is about how to improve yourself. So I actually do have a series called Level Up with Deja Nicole that I have probably started 2 years ago once I started this channel, but I really don't like that series on how I did it, and I might redo it, but I might have another title for it. But I will have a poll in the community tab and on my Instagram story if y'all want a new title of my Level Up series, because I have done like a lot of, not a lot, but some videos on how to level up yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and all that. But in today's video, I will be doing how to better yourself mentally and physically. So yeah, but before we get into today's video, besties, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit the bell notification so every time I post a video you will be notified. And yes, I will still be doing a giveaway. I actually just recently got a part-time job as a babysitter, so I actually soon will be getting the things. So stay tuned for either late next month or early mid-October on when that will be out. So stay tuned for that. But let's just get into today's video. So besties, so this whole video is all about how to glow up mentally but also physically and to become a better you. So there is exactly 4 months into 2024, meaning you have about 5 months into 2025, and that is going to come by quickly. I just remember I just graduated with my bachelor's degree at the beginning of this month, but it felt like last month when it's still August. But that doesn't mean you cannot start now on how to improve yourself, then waiting later on December 31st or January 1st of 2025. So get your notepad or a piece of paper and something to write with, because you want to write down everything that I said. Everything will also be on the screen once I say them, and also in the description box down below, and I will make sure that I have them pinned in the comments as well. But let's just get into this video. And also grab a beverage, no matter if it's a matcha, iced coffee, even though it's like 4:23 where I live, but you know, there's people like myself who likes to drink coffee sometimes in the evening if they have to do do things later in the day. But grab a snack, grab your pen, your paper, or a pencil, or a notebook, and a beverage, and let's just get into today's video, besties. So like I said, I will be talking about how to glow up mentally, but also how to glow up physically. So first, we're going to talk about the mental aspect of glowing up. So the first thing is, I feel like if you want to glow up mentally, is you have to stand up for yourself. Now this is something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with, but the reason why I have this in the mental aspect is because once you stand up for yourself, you are going to now tell yourself in your head that you can do anything and that nothing can ever get in your way. Because if you're someone who just lets someone put you, other people, I should say, wait, pause. Okay, so if you are someone who let other people put you down, that can really put a toll on your mental health, and it will also have you negative self-talk, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to tell yourself that you're bad at this or that you're not worthy, when in reality you're the opposite. You are good at this and you are worthy, you are important. So you have to stand up for yourself no matter who it is, because once you stand up for yourself and you get that into a habit, you will soon see that, one, you have a smile, like you just have like a big smile on your face, and two, that you can really do anything in this world. And like I said, you will not stop for anything, and that you will not let anything get in your way. The second thing that I think, if you want to glow up mentally, is being the main character. So if y'all know, I do have a podcast called You Against You Podcast, and I'm in season 3, and I actually have a whole episode on being the main character, and I will have that linked in the description box down below if you want to listen to that episode, or also check out my podcast. But I talk about in the episode on how to become the main character, because this is your life. This is your story. You are the one to make a decision on what you want to do today, and what you want to do tomorrow, and what you want to do 6 months from now. You are the author. You are the director, and you have to actually be the main character. You have to take control of your own life, because that's what the main characters do, you know? Yes, you have side characters in your movie or your TV show or your book, but you are the main character. You cannot let your side characters push you to the sidelines and they become the main character of your own story. So you just really have to embrace that and tell yourself, this is my movie that I'm living in right now. This is my story that I'm living in right now. And yes, every story, every movie, every show, whatever, has some downs to it, and that is okay. But if you pick yourself up and keep going, that's all that matters. And just remember to not let anyone steal your shine, because like I said, this is your story and you're the main character. So the third thing under the mental category is journaling. So journaling, you probably have heard this in a lot of videos of mine or other people, but journaling does help. And I have literally liked to journal my feelings now than finding like a journal prompt on Pinterest or using a guided journal. But I love journaling in a whole another aspect. I like how I can really, what's the word? Really express my feelings, but on paper, and be done with it. So I'm like dealing with a lot. I dealt with a lot. I have lost some friends. It's just, you know, a lot of things have happened to me in the past maybe 4 to 3 months. And also since, I would say, in the last 6 months maximum. But I have realized that I like to journal my problems in a whole nother level. So if you're someone who just recently got out of a breakup or a situationship or a friendship, you probably want to journal your feelings out about how you felt about that person, and it can really help you like change your perspective on that person. Like I said, situationships are like so big now. I was in a situationship and I have realized that the person is not good for me. And I told my therapist today, I was like, to be honest, I don't want to like deal with someone or be associated with someone who's okay with their friend hurting a woman in any circumstance of abuse. And I remember I wrote in my journal a few days ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, that this person who I had a whole situationship with was no longer in my mind, and how I actually feel so disgusted by him after writing what I felt and how I felt. And yes, there was good times, but then I came to realize like that person is not for me, and that person will soon regret that. And it's still like, it's going to be hard, but at the same time, if you journal out your problems, it will actually become more easier than you ever realize. Now, the next thing that you can do to glow up mentally is face your fears. Now, this is something that I tell people to do all the time, is to not be scared to do anything. Someone who's a content creator but still have that fear of recording in public, but I still do it for you guys, is something that I'm doing, is me facing my fears. When I first started doing YouTube 2 years ago, I was scared. I was like shy. I was very scared. I felt like this wasn't for me. And 2 years later, I'm at 1,008 subscribers. And it just takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and also discipline. Also, when you are facing your fears, you are glowing up and you are also growing up at the same time. And it can also open up a lot of opportunities for you. And I'm not just talking about if you ever want to be like a content creator but you have stage fright in a way, or just like some type of problem in being like on camera. But this is like in general, facing your fears can actually open a lot of doors for you. And sometimes that's a good thing. In life, we have changes. You cannot always be stuck in this box. And when you face your fears, you're going outside of that box, and you're also going to enjoy it. You're going to enter and do a lot of opportunities, enter new spaces, meet a lot of people. So face those fears, no matter what they are. Just face them. And if you ever want to know how you can like not be shy while doing content, just remember a little tip if you ever want to be a content creator like right now, is to don't be afraid and to just be yourself. And just remember, pretend that you're in front of your mirror, because to be honest, I know there's a lot of people who pretended that a mirror was a camera, which that was me. And look at me, I am recording on my camera and I'm doing this video for you guys. So yeah. Now, the next thing that you can do mentally is start reading. Now, this can be both fiction and non-fiction books. And the reason why I said this can be both, and a lot of people is like, well,
if you want to improve yourself mentally, you have to like read non-fiction books. You have to read these self-help books, you have to read these finance books, you have to read this, you have to read that.
so no. I have learned reading both fiction and non-fiction books that I'm still learning things from my fiction books about myself, and I'm learning things out of my non-fiction books, like my finance books, my books about investing and how to better your mindset. I'm still learning things about myself on how I can grow myself better. And when I am reading fiction books like romance novels or whatnot, I'm also learning the things that I like and learning new things that I never thought that I would ever like or dislike. Or you know, you just learn little things about yourself when you're reading fiction books, but you're also learning good things, good value things when you're reading non-fiction books. So don't let people tell you if you want to better your mental health, you have to read non-fiction books. You have to read books about mindset. You have to read books about finances. Like, no. You can still better your mental health by reading a fiction book, because you're learning something about yourself and the things that you like. I feel like when you discover new things that you like, it will actually make you have this mental glow up that you never thought you had. See, and I took that in a whole nother perspective. So the next thing is listening to podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. I also listen to music, but I'm talking about listening to podcasts. I listen to podcasts like every time I'm cleaning, reading, sometimes just bored. But some of my favorite podcasts that I like listening to, that I will put in the description box, I was about to say show notes, but in the description box down below, is Trying Not to Care, The Wellness Cafe, Jada T, 80/20, Hot Girl Energy podcast, Not Your Typical podcast, Girl Talk Money podcast, Bookmark, and I will have like all of those podcasts in the description, and probably while I'm saying them they will probably pop up like on the screen. But like, I love listening to podcasts on books, on wellness, on health, on God and Jesus. Like, I love listening to podcasts based on everything. And if you want a new podcast to listen to, go check out your girl podcast, You Against You podcast, which is on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So yeah, I am sponsoring myself. But anyways, like I was saying, listening to podcasts, you can really get a lot of information from them, and you can learn a lot. And like I said, same thing with like reading fiction books. With listening to podcasts, you can also learn about yourself that you never thought you ever had that same problem, or you dealt with that issue before until you heard someone like your favorite podcaster dealing with the same issue. So yeah. So we're almost done under the mental column. So the next thing is organize and rearrange your space or your area. So I like to like rearrange my space here and there. Like, if you can see, like in the background, I have like these bulb lights, and I love having them on at night. It really gives my room a little vibe, a little ambiance, a nice cozy vibe. But I do have a swing chair that I'm planning to put up on my like ceiling, and when I want to like sit on it, I would like put it on the little like anchor. But I gotta find a space to put the anchor in my room, but I got that on my birthday. But like, there are some things that I like doing with my room. I want to like change my comforters. I always like finding nice little home decor like at Ross or Burlington, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, to see where I can put in my room. Or if I find cute like pillows, I will probably get them. I'm actually planning to do a TikTok / Instagram reel on me decorating my room next month for fall. So follow me on social media if you want to see that. But I just really like organizing my space because it's something that is me, it's something that I like, and it's something that I come to every single day. I'm in my room every single day, so it's just something that I feel like you have to do. And also, if you have like a clutter, like a very cluttered mind, your whole space will be cluttered. So yeah, so clear mind, clear space, clutter mind, clutter space. So yeah. The next thing is spending time. Hold up. So the next thing is spending less time on your phone. This is something that I still struggle with, especially as a content creator and who wants to find new ideas for TikToks or Instagram Reels or even YouTube videos. But sometimes you can get ideas just by getting inspo from other people. But what I have noticed and what I love to do when I don't want to be on my phone or when my phone is charging is I write for fun. Well, I'm actually taking writing very seriously, but I do write. I'm actually writing a novel called Forbidden Orders. It's a military romance story. But I do that if I don't want to be on my phone. I color. I actually got like this cute cozy coloring book off of Amazon. So yeah, and I play Sims on my computer. I can play Sims like all day long. Actually, after I record my podcast episode, I'm going to play Sims because I'm planning to stay up late to do some reading, finish a book, one book on my Kindle, and finish a book on my physical TBR, and then try to start 2 more books on my Kindle and finish those, and write at least 3 more chapters of my novel. But I really do want to play Sims after I record my podcast episode because it helps me de-stress. Another way that you can do to stay off your phone is watch a movie. You can watch some Disney movies, you can watch some Marvel movies. You can just watch any movies that can really put you like in a very comfort zone and just vibe. Another thing that you can do if you're a book lover like myself is read, because reading is therapy and I love it. So those are some ways that you can stay off your phone. Or also go on a walk, go on a jog, whatever it is. Just find ways to stay off your phone, because your phone can be very addicting. And sometimes I do have like my personal on, so it's like my do not disturb, but I like having that one on than do not disturb, because for some reason my do not disturb like thing setting, I don't know, but it's still makes notification pops up and I hate that. So yeah. Now the next thing is stop caring what other people think. Now this is something that I am struggling with. I'm not gonna like lie to y'all and say like, yeah, I don't care what people think, but it really like takes time for me, especially as an overthinker, to care what other people think. But sometimes you just have to stop and not care what other people think, because like I said like in the beginning of this video, is that you are the main character and they are not, and that this is your movie, this is your story, this is your show, whatever, on how you see your life. You are the main character, so you have to stop what other people think about you. And to be honest, they are probably going to talk shit about you is because they see that you're always happy, that you're always smiling, and that you are doing things that you always said that you're going to do, and they are not doing shit in their life. And excuse my language. Now the next thing is taking a step back and to just breathe. Now this is something that I like to do, and especially when I'm very stressed out. Like I said, I'm going to play Sims after I record my podcast, because I want to de-stress a little and take a step back and play some Sims. You know, Sims is life. But like I was saying, taking a step back can really help you de-stress. It's just a whole saying of taking a step back and breathing, and once you're done calming down, and it can take 5 minutes, it can take 10 minutes, it can even take 2 hours for you to actually feel completely calm, to take a step back and to breathe, and that is okay. And also, before I move on, you do not have to continue doing something that is stressing you out. Like I said, if it's stressing you out, take a step back. Now the next thing, still under the mental column, is watch what you consume. So the reason why I have this under here, because sometimes we do consume what we watch or listen to. So this can be a podcast, this can be a show, this can be a movie, this can be music. Now this can also be people, you know, that we see during our everyday life. So sometimes you just have to remove what that bad parasite, I'm going to say a bad parasite that is trying to consume all these bad information or bad words or bad just anything into your mind to make you change into a person that you don't want to be. And then we're just going to do a cleanse, a nice mental cleanse. And this can be by taking a nap, this can be reading, this can be actually consuming something that's very important or good. But it's like taking the bad apple. Remove yourself out that bad apple tree, you know? So just remove anything that is not good for you, and to not consume the things that are bad for you. So yeah. The next thing is meditation. This is something that I want to start doing again, but I feel like I don't have the time. But when I really do, I just don't feel like sitting for 5 minutes or 10 minutes straight. But meditating can help you clear your mind, and I feel like if you're having a stressful day, try meditating at night before you're going to bed, because sometimes you can have a stressful day and when you're trying to go to sleep, it can still like work up in your mind, and you can never ever get that peace. And even when you wake up the next day, whatever was stressing you out the previous day is still stressing you out the next day. So if you can't meditate in the morning, try to meditate at night, which can actually help you have a better day in the morning. The next thing is acceptance, which I hate to say this, but something that I'm going through, and hopefully I can get what I want and actually justice is served. But if it's not, I do have to have acceptance, and this is something that I have struggled with, was acceptance on things, on how it is, and to not change it. And sometimes if you are someone like myself who's an overthinker and doesn't like how things are and trying to change it, it's going to really put you in a mental spiral, and you're going to put you in this depressed space, this depressed hole, whatever. And sometimes you just have to accept that it is what it is and you cannot change nothing about it. Last thing under mental is become the person that you want to be. Be the person. Start acting like the person that you want to be, because that's how it's going to start. That's where it's going to start, mentally. But let's just now move into the physically portion of this video. Okay, besties, so we're going to talk about the physical portion of today's video. So I actually had to stop my camera, even though I was going to stop and put up some groceries because my Walmart order came in. But we're now back into today's video. Well, you know. Okay, let's just get into it. So I have a few things under the physically or physical column of this. So how can you glow up like physical, right? We talked about mental aspect, but how can you glow up physical? And some of these might be like, yeah, I get that, everyone say that, but are you really doing it though? So yeah, so the first thing is you want to ask yourself, what's your style? Now the reason why I say you want to ask yourself what's your style is because clothes is what people see. When you're going out to the store, to a party, whatever, clothes is what people see. And sometimes people are attracted by other people's style. So if you dress nice, people will find that attractive. But if you're always just like a bum, people will not find that attractive. So you want to ask yourself, what's your style? I really don't know, like, I don't know how to describe my style. I can probably say like girly, chic, classy in a way, but streetwear, I don't even know. But like I have like so many styles that I don't know how to put it like in one category. But the reason why you want to ask yourself what's your style, and you can make up a word to describe your style, but the reason why is because, like I said, people see and they judge by their eyes. So you really want to kind of like differentiate on what you want in your closet, what you don't want in your closet, and so forth. The next thing that you want to do if you want to glow up physically is work out. After I do this video, because I do have to like record my podcast and then charge my laptop, is I'm going to work out. I'm going to do back, and I have not worked out in a while, which is bad, and that's because I was like in a mental slump for a while. I feel like I'm still in that, but not really. But working out can really help you both mentally and physically, and also emotionally. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling blue, or you just don't like how you see yourself in the mirror, then work out. You can make that change. All it has to do is you want to make that change, and also discipline. Next thing is drinking enough water. You should have at least 8 cups of water a day, and drink at least 1 gallon a day is about 2 to 3 liters a day. So yeah, 3. So the next thing is having a balanced diet. So the reason why I didn't say having a healthy diet and I said having a balanced diet, because balance is key, and that's really, I would say, the healthy lifestyle than having an all strict healthy diet. I do want to start juicing again. I am starting to drink bone broth again, and I've started to drink kombucha because it's good for your gut health. But also having those cravings, you want to satisfy your cravings, so that's why I said it's better to have a balanced diet than a healthy diet. Especially as a woman, we do go through a lot of hormonal changes throughout like the year, right? Every single day, I feel like we go through our luteal phase, our menstrual phase, all of this, and then when we're pregnant, it's like, you know, it's totally different. So as a woman, I feel like you should have a balanced diet, because we do have our cravings, and we should definitely want to satisfy our cravings, and it all comes to moderation, control, discipline, and knowing that it's okay, and not telling yourself no sugar for this, no chocolate, no cake, and saying yes, I do deserve this, I do deserve a sweet treat, because my body deserves a sweet treat. So it only depends on how you view the food and what you tell yourself up here to actually have a healthy relationship when it comes to sweets like ice cream and cake. So yeah. The next thing is wear clothes that make you comfortable. So I feel like this is something that I realized that I love doing. So all my life I feel like I have had people say like, why do you dress a certain way? Why do you dress like you're running a business? Why do you dress like you own the school? Why do you dress like a principal? Like, this was like me in high school. And then when I was in a toxic relationship, I felt like I had to have validation with my ex, because I always needed like what I would wear when I went to campus, and it was like if he didn't like it, he would say that he didn't like it and that I should like discard of the clothes or give it away or whatever. But if you like that clothing item and it makes you feel sexy and it makes you feel cute, then wear it. Wear it, own it, okay? Because one, you bought the clothing item, and two, you love how it looks on your body. You like how it looks on you and how it makes you comfortable and make you feel sexy, and that is okay. So do not let anyone tell you what to wear or what not to wear, but if it makes you comfortable, wear it. Not try to make other people comfortable and wear something that only makes them comfortable or what they like. If you don't like it, don't wear it. If you don't feel comfortable, don't wear it. If you feel comfortable, wear it. If you like it, wear it. Strut in it. Okay, baby, this world, this chapter in your life is part of your story. So remember that you are the main character. Now, the next thing is getting about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You can actually figure out how many hours of sleep you have if you have a phone. I know with the iPhones you can actually set your alarm to get enough sleep, so it would tell you what time you should go to bed. So when your phone is going on sleep mode and when your alarm goes off, I go to bed around like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and wake up around 6 to 7 o'clock, which is about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And to be honest, I like that I can get enough sleep. But someone who is chronic fatigue, well, has chronic fatigue and has a heart disease which caused that, it is hard to always stay energetic. And why I am caffeinated mostly all the time, I'm not caffeinated now, so no. But what I'm saying is still I can still get enough sleep and still feel tired. But just remember, having less sleep makes you tired, and having more sleep can also make you tired. So having about around 7 to 8 or 6 to 8 hours of sleep is enough sleep that an average adult needs to have. Next one is having a daily skincare routine. This is something that I want to change and something that I just want to make it a habit, because I do not clean my face at night sometimes and I hate that. So that is something that I'm planning by the end of this year. I have a set down daily, night, and morning skincare routine. The next thing is wearing sunscreen. So now, I'm going to say this before I end today's video. It might be August 27th while I'm recording this video. And fall might be around the corner. And you've seen all these fall videos on YouTube or TikTok, or these fall aesthetic pictures on Instagram. But because the sun might not be out during fall, you should always wear your sunscreen because it can help prevent wrinkles and also protect you from UV rays, because UV rays can still harm you in the fall and the winter. Now that was today's TED Talk. But no, for real though, you want to always wear sunscreen. I always wear sunscreen. And if I'm wearing like a short sleeve shirt and I don't have a cardigan or a blazer on or a jacket, I put sunscreen on my arms. If I'm wearing shorts, a dress, or a skirt, I put sunscreen on my feet and my legs. But when I do my skincare, I put sunscreen on my face and on my neck all the freaking time, because I might have chocolate skin, but chocolate skin can still get wrinkles. And if you want to prevent wrinkles a natural way, wear sunscreen. So yeah, well, that is it for today's video, besties. I really do hope that you liked today's video and that this video was helpful. Like I said, everything will be in the description box down below, and also pinned in the comments, hopefully, as well. But if you have any video ideas or any like sit down type videos that you want to see on my channel, please let me know. I do want to start a new self-care series on my video channel that I do probably every Friday, post like every Sunday, so, or every other Sunday of a month. So give me a good title for a self-care series that I can do on my channel. I really do hope that you like today's video again, and don't forget that it's your life and that you are the main character. And remember to always be yourself and to go after your goals no matter what. And again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, besties, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.